episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I'm your brother, God, from Hip Hop News Uncensored. And sitting across from me, as always, is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother, SamAnt, Bible Hip Hop News. We're in the building for a special episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. God.
Yeah.
With my brother, man.
What's good, man? Definitely excited to be in the building today, man. A very special interview with one of the entrepreneurs, in the city of Pleasantville, man. I'm gonna let this brother introduce himself. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna learn all about his business, some of his ventures and where he came from. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, brother.
Oh God, what's going on, my people? I go by the name of Manny Papeleta. I'm here. Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the support. I see you guys working. I love this channel. I'm a fan, 100%. And like I say, thanks for having me.
So
yeah, definitely. So let the people know, man. First and foremost, man, where are you from? Let the people know.
I'm from Dominican Republic. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can read the subtitles. But I'm from Dominican Republic. I came here when I was 18. It's been a minute. And I'm just out here like grinding, trying to make it.
Right. No doubt. So when did you start getting into business? Like, was cutting your hair? Was that the first things you started doing in business? Tell us about that journey.
Oh, nah. My first business was a cleaning company.
Mm-hmm.
It's a successful company today. I started with someone I was dating at the time, and that was when I got like my full into his like is being a businessman, and I saw like the potential of the money you can make when you work for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I got into the barber industry, I've always been a barber even before I started that little business. But then coming from that business and going back to the barbershop work, I took that knowledge with me and I started my own business, KOB,
mm-hmm.
King of Barbers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, KOB, tell us about that because you do some other real interesting things with your marketing. I noticed that about you, some of the videos. Tell people, how you were able to kind of set yourself apart from the rest.
Oh, man. KOB, we don't even call ourselves a barbershop. We just KOB, King of Barbers, as a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So it started as a small little project here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. And the people really loved the concept and what we was doing. Like I did this video in the middle of Times Square doing a haircut. I have a video in Philly, have another video in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different point of view of what people usually know for a barbershop. So we took that and we made this little thing that we like to call King of Barbers. And right now we expanding the business to the cosmetic work. And then we have our own signature line. We came out with 3 amazing products. We got the shea gel, the aftershave, and the pomade cream that people really love.
Right. Definitely.
Dope. So you come from the Dominican Republic. You said you came here at 18.
Yes, sir.
And you got a hustler mentality. It's all over your spirit. You started businesses early. And you see a lot of people that come from different countries into the States with that kind of hustler mentality.
Yeah.
Talk about how much the Dominican Republic influenced you into starting businesses out here in America, and talk about like the perspective of America from the Dominican Republic growing up out there.
Well, it's a good question. Like coming from the Dominican Republic, it's a small island. So I would like to say everything over there is like basically like here, like you got people that have good jobs, you got people that go to school, but in DR, it's not many rules and regulations. So growing up in a place like that, you always have to be a hustler because you can make $1 for anything. It's not like you have to go to the city hall and get a permit to start your business.
Right.
I come from a place that if you want to sell a shop to sell water, all you have to do is buy the water and sell it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody had like that own mindset of hustle. Like everybody in their own way is a little entrepreneur. So coming from that place, knowing that what you can do for yourself, and then I had the opportunity to come to United States when I was old enough to appreciate being here, because the mentality of someone like me, when you come from a place that it's a little hard to get things, and then you come to this place where all you have to do is work, and then you just be like, all the stuff that I was gonna say, something, okay, and then you see all the shit that you can do that people really are not taking advantage of it, and you be like, shit, if I do this, I can get this, and all I have to do is just wake up at this time, do this, make my money, build my credit and do this, and you coming from a place that it doesn't matter that you can wake up at fucking 5 in the morning and you ain't gonna be able to do it. And here you just have to like put the time in, the work and dedication, and you can do whatever you want. Like, why not take advantage of it? So coming here at the age of 18 with experience from coming from like a third world country, right, and now you're here in the United States, I just took advantage of the opportunity.
See, that's a real interesting perspective to me, because you see a lot of people, especially in America, our culture, Black culture, they don't find a lot of opportunity, and they like to point. We like to point. I'll just put it as a whole. Reasons as to why we can't make it. And you simply come over here from a third world country. If the cop pulls you over, you look no different than anybody sitting at this table.
I'm more black than I'm blacker than you.
And you know, my grandfather's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He's just your complexion is wild. You know what I mean? So you never really be able to tell. There's no real difference in correlation. So just talk about Americans in general and people from where you are now and where your business is, and the limitations that they put on themselves in starting businesses and employment and things like that.
I feel like, not to be funny, I feel just people set mind boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that not disrespecting anyone, because like I say, not me being, even though I'm Black, like my Black history is not your Black history, because I come from a different country. I come from a country that Black and white is all the same. The only thing that matters is money.
Right.
Like, I come from a country that Black people and white people, even though there is not white people, just only light-skinned people in Dominican Republic, but we get treated the same. The only thing that said the difference between me and someone that's probably lighter than me is he got more money than me. You white, you got money. So, like, coming through this country, and I see like the diversity and how people really let that like be like a boundary. I just think that there is other ways to go around that. I know it's not fair the way that we get treated in America, because there is always the white privilege, and like I know how, because I live every day. Like, I'm Black, I'm Spanish. Like, I suffer it twice. Like, because I had to deal with people not liking me because my skin color, and then when I talk, they just be like, "Oh, and you don't even speak English."
Right.
Yeah, they hate me even more. So like, I know I deal with them on the daily basis, but I just feel that there's a lot of opportunities. I don't feel that should be a reason not to do something for yourself. Because like I told you before, I don't feel like I accomplished something super special. But if I was able and I'm able to do the stuff that I'm trying to do, and I can hear not knowing the language, and I can hear from another country. I remember, like, I got out of the plane on Monday. I was working on Tuesday. So me knowing the things that you are able to do, what you're capable of do, when you really put your mind and heart to it, and then I see people letting that be a boundary, a reason not to move forward. I just feel it's kind of funny. I feel that you just gotta deal with life and don't let those things stop you, because it's just like ain't nobody gonna give you anything.
Right.
Like, honestly, the only people that are gonna provide for you are your parents, but they're only gonna provide to you into a certain point. There'll come a point in life that you have to provide for your parents, that the tables like change. So I feel that you just have to set that mindset that nobody gonna give you anything, and when you know that people are not giving you, you're gonna go out and take it.
Right.
And go out and get yours.
Right. I want to ask you about, because you said earlier, that you have to deal with two different, types of discrimination, because, you're Spanish and because you got Black skin. But what is your perception of Black Americans? Because you also said that we have different histories, which we do. So what's your perception, coming over here from the Dominican Republic? Because some people will say that we're different. Some people say that we're the same. Could you elaborate on that, being a brother from the Dominican Republic?
I feel that we're the same as far as skin color. We are all the same. But as far as when I say my history is different than yours, I'm talking about culture. I'm talking about like the way I grew up. Like the African American from United States, and when in African American from like the tropical island, like we have two different mindsets. Like, okay, African American from United States to this day, like they don't look at United States as their land. Like they feel like that we are African American, like we belong in Africa. Like, and pardon me if I sounds ignorant or stupid. It's just like my point of view of the situation from what I can observe, the way people talk. But when you come from a place like me, I feel like I'm black, but I'm not from Africa. I'm Dominican. My skin color is black. I don't belong in Africa. That was my ancestor, or the people that got dropped in the shit, and they were slave. But I don't have a slave mentality because I was never a slave.
Gotcha.
So I don't think I was like, nothing is owed to me. Like, I don't look at the someone white and be like that they owe me something, or I feel some type of way because I used to be a slave. I don't know what it is to be a slave. I wasn't picking cantons. I wasn't getting hit by no white man. So a white man hit me, I hit him back.
Right.
That's my point of view. So that's what I feel like. That I feel that's the difference. I feel that the black African American to this day is a free man of body. Like, feel like you free, you can do whatever you want, but they hasn't be free mentally, in the spirit. Because as long that you feel like that you have to carry that wave with you, you're not free.
Right.
Because right now you're free, you're able to do whatever you want. Ain't nobody holding you from doing anything, but you let that to be a boundary to move forward and do something for your life. When in reality, you have been given the same opportunity, you just don't have the advantage. When I say the advantage, because you cannot compare yourself. Let's say a kid come from a white family. His family have always been in the position of power. Now, you had the same opportunity that he had, but he had the advantage of his family being in that position. So you guys can go to school for the same thing and learn the same thing, and you might get better grade than him, and you guys both gonna graduate. That doesn't mean that you don't gonna get it. His is secure because he had the advantage of his family being in that position of power. It's on you to empower yourself and put you in the position of power. And now you have to provide for the people that come in behind you. So I feel like Black Americans, what they need to do is empower themselves and put themselves in position of power so the generation to come can have the same opportunity that the white kid have today. Because that's the white privilege. It's just the opportunity that they've been given. But the opportunity is provided because of the history. They've been in power for all this time, and we just getting to that place where we have to empower ourselves. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
No, you make great sense. I want to ask you also, sorry about that. About Haiti and the Dominican Republic, because there's been a lot of I don't know. I just see the news and stuff. So I'm asking you because you've been there. They kind of say that it's like, same people or different people, but it's like a language divide. So it's like it's close to Haiti, right? Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, we borderline with Haiti.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's just like we'll be like you in Cali, or you in Texas, and then you just go across the street and you got Mexico right there.
Right.
So that's the situation in Dominican Republic and Haiti. The difference in the two countries, I would say, is almost the same. The United States and Mexico, we speak two different languages. You got and then like that fight for the land. They always fighting for the land because you got, like you say, you got people from Mexico that they think that most part of the United States belong to them. So we have the same problem with the people in Haiti, where they feel though that most of the island is supposed to be there and they got kicked out. But it's hard for me to really give you. I can only give you my point of view from the situation. I feel that it is difficult times for them. And it's hard for them to adapt when they come to the country because they speak Creole and French. And then we like a Spanish spoken language in my country. So when they come, it's hard for them to adapt. And I feel though that it's just like anyone. You got good people, bad people. And unfortunately, it's just easier to see when someone do something bad, they recognize the good in people. So the reality of Haitian in my country is just that for years, you got so many people that they do so bad stuff in their country. So they come running to my country, running from the law. And then it's easier to know when someone is being loud. They notice the kid, they're being quiet. So the people that been doing bad stuff, they just putting a bad name for them. And I think that's all there is to it.
Dope.
How were you introduced to the Dominican culture? Because you said a lot of things that resonated with me when you were talking about the American black male in regards to us not really knowing, or this is what I was thinking as you were speaking, because I was agreeing with you, that we really just have a broken sense of our reality. We don't know our history. And this is where a lot of our confusion comes from and a lot of the dissension that you see. It's because we don't know our history. And a lot of different places that you see, they're very rich in their culture, very prideful in their culture. We don't have that. Talk about your introduction to Dominican culture. Talk about like the people that you look up to, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I understand. I definitely understand. And yes, when I say that it's not that I feel that the Black American don't know their history. I feel that you guys know your history very well in a way that you guys take pride of like things that belong to you guys, to your culture. Like and I applaud that. I think that that's great. And it's just like in my country, like there's nothing that I would say, like I know that everybody feel the same way about their country, but the Dominican pride is heavy.
Yeah,
it's heavy. So, like the Dominican Republic is known for our culture. So, like since you little, that's something that people put in you, like you Dominican. These are like the Trinitarios. That even though they made a gang off of it, but the Trinitarios, the people that free our country from Haiti.
Wow,
because
I know that.
My country used to be a slave by the Haitians. Like they rule our country, I don't know for how many years, but they did. So you got like this dude, they were 3 guys and a whole lot of people. They used to call themselves the Trinitarians, and they free our country. And then from that, they teach you like the colors of the flag, the meanings of it. Then the food is like, that's something big in the art, our music, the way we talk, dance and stuff like that. And like I say, as you grow older, they just put like this little seeds on you. And then he give you an identity. So it's just like, like it doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter where you are, you know where you come from, you know who you are. And then I think it's just knowing your history help you identify yourself as a person, and like you get to know yourself, because it doesn't matter where you come from, you're gonna be who you're gonna be. Like that doesn't define who you are as a person. But I feel that when you know where you come from and you know the struggle of your people, where you know your history, because not knowing you, when you don't know your history, like history repeat themselves. So if you don't teach kids what happened back then, they ignorant to the fact that might happen again, because they not aware of the situation. So I feel like knowing your history, knowing your background really help you out a lot to grow as an individual and have something to stand for.
Right. I want to ask you about, man, because we see as Black Americans, man, one of the things that people always talk about is like foreigners, that will come over here and be successful. You know what I mean? So what is it that your Dominican culture taught you, you know what I mean, and other people like you that come over here and just grind to be successful? Could you talk about that?
Like I said before, it's just like when you come from a place, it's hard to get stuff because of the system. Because like I don't want to say like the American system is corrupted, just like the system in my country. But here the system works. I come from a country that the system is corrupted and don't work. So when you come to a place, they have a system that is working for the place. This place have a system that is like good credit, have a job, pay your bills, hustle, get your money. When you find the rhythm of that cycle and you put yourself in a position that you in that rhythm and now you're working with the system, and then you find in the system, because there's 2 lines. This is how I look at things. This is the line that takes and the line that gives. So you have to place yourself in the line that gives. You want to be like this. You don't want to be like this. Because when you like this, people have control over you. But when you like this, when you giving, you got control over people. So when you find yourself in the system, to place yourself when you like this and you contributing something to the system. It doesn't matter what you do. If you want to be a plumber, be the best plumber that you can be. You cutting the grass of somebody. Has something of value, something that you can give, something of value that you can say, I do this and you have to give me this much. And then this that you do, trying to be the best of what you do. And then you find how to apply that to the system. That's when you put yourself in that position of power. And now you have a job, a service, you have a job, and people start looking for it, and you keep yourself in that same cycle. You can only do things so many times to start working.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a routine. And when you find that routine, you find that rhythm, and you be like, this is the way I have to do it, and this way work, you have a formula. And when you have that formula is making you money, that's it.
Right. You talked about service, being the best at service. So let's transition a little bit into your shop, man. King of Barbers.
Yes, sir.
Big statement, KOB.
Oh,
KOB.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I just want to talk a little bit about, one, the barbershop, your shop, being in Pleasantville. You got a lot of competitions, a lot of great barbershops in Pleasantville. Do you find any resentment, or do you guys have any competition, or is it all love out there? Talk about the relationship with barbershops.
I don't want to sound cocky.
Nah, do your thing, brother.
I don't want to sound cocky,
but
I think that being in Pleasantville and having so many shops around is only help my business. Because we KOB, we King of Barbers. So then you have 10 other barbershops. They all great. God bless them. God bless their business. And I hope that they all make it to the end. Then you have 10 other shops. And you got people looking for barbershops. Like, we've been #1 in Google for over 3 years. So right now, if you're in Pleasantville, you type barbershops near me, we're the first one to pop out. So you got King of Barbers off top. Wonderful reviews. People like our place. And then when you have this beautiful shop, it's KOB, King of Barbers, and the way that we promote ourselves, because when we promote ourselves, I just don't put a haircut that look good. No, I put a beautiful girl. I put the products, and then I show you the haircut. Because you got the haircut, you got the product, go and get the girl. So that's the way, like, that's my little way to promote. So having all these barbershops around, and then people see that we always busy. People see sometimes you have to do a line to come into a barbershop. They must be doing something right. So then you Google us, and then you in this place, and it send me okay. And all you have to do is just come across the street, and it's just like you in the Major League. Like, I love it. And I like it. I'm a sport, man. I like the sport. I like the competition. Because when you don't have nothing to compete with, you get comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're competitors. We've been competing since birth, and we started Hip Hop News Uncensored, and I started Viral Hip Hop News. We were definitely, although we were competing against the rest, we had to be 1 and 2 in hip hop commentary.
Yeah, I love the competition. You know what I mean? Like, I love to look out the window and like, I know I'm gonna sound ridiculous, but when I see that we busy and they not, like, we doing it, When I see that they getting a little busy, I'll be like, I'm doing something wrong. Like, those people should be here. So I start like promoting even harder. Like, and then it's just like, I just like the competition, and I'm a sole loser. I like to win.
Right. Yeah. Talk about some of your you rapping now. I've seen you rapping.
You
doing that for that's a hobby, or you just kind of messing around?
I think I'm a frustrated rapper. I think that that was something that I wanted to be like the next 50 Cent. I wanted to be the next Little Wayne, but life made me KOB, King of Barbers. So when I have like a little time, and I have my man, he have a studio, and then I just go there and I just flow on some beats. And like recently, I just did my first music video.
Okay.
And I just do it. I just do it for hobby, even though I like music, but I just know what I'm chasing. And I don't want to put my time and energy on something that I do for fun. They might not gonna be of my best interest right now. So it's just like, I already know where I'm going. And music, I love music, but music is just like going to the baseball and just play with it.
Right.
All right, without giving away too much to the competition, I want to hear and give the people like a 5-year plan. You're a very successful business entrepreneur. You have a lot of great insight marketing. You're very solid in So without giving away too much, like I said, what's your 5-year plan for KOB?
My 5-year plan right now, I can say just like build, growth, expand, and stay. So that's without giving too much. That's just like, and like right now we already building, we already expanding, we already growing. We just have to make that a strong presence in the market. Like, cause we well known in like New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. We got a lot of love from Cali. International, like we get like tons of messages from like Cuba, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Colombia. Like they always blowing on my DM and stuff like that. So right now, I would just say we're in the process of expanding or getting known out there. So that's my 5 business plan without getting into any deal. To it's just like build, growth, expand, and get that presence in the market where you just like you know how you look at Colgate and you look all these big brands. And you just like, I don't want people to know my face. I want people to know this.
So you see yourself in New York, Philly.
Yes. It's just like KOB is not me. KOB is a brand, and I want KOB to stay when I'm gone. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, we definitely appreciate it, man. I want you to plug everything, man. Plug your, where they can find the hat and your, as a matter of fact, before we do that, I want to talk about your product line. Your product line that you got out there. Let the people know how that came into fruition. Like, what made you get into, cosmetic products and stuff like that?
Oh, I got into that because of the demand of people. And working in a barbershop, I always find myself telling people, go to the store and buy this. Go to the store and buy that. And one day I was like, I'm telling people to buy stuff. Why not tell people to buy my stuff? Because I have the knowledge on telling people what's good for your skin. Like I have people complaining about razor burns. I was like, so instead of telling to get this product, I made my own product. I send them to my store. I sell it here at the barbershop. So that's how I came up with the idea, because of the demand. People always you always ask your barber, like, oh, I'm getting this bone in my face. What's good for that? And your barber, of course, going to tell you, go to the beauty supply, get this. This is what I use. So I was that barber. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I was like, I'm sending people to the store to buy things when I can just make my own things. Like I say, I was like this because I was just sending people to the store to buy things. And I was like, let me put myself like this.
Yeah.
And now I'm giving you my stuff. Like, okay, you have razor buns. I have this amazing product. It's called KOB Shave Gel. You shave with this. It's made with organic ingredients. It has some amazing organic products and stuff like that, rich in alloy. You shave with this, your skin's going to be hydrated, moisturized for more than 24 hours. You're going to get that smooth skin, and your bones are going to be gone. And then I came out with the aftershave because people was like, still want more because they love the shave gel. So I was like, I tapped that up with the aftershave. And then knowing the demand with people doing all the comb overs, doing all that crazy hairstyle, I came out with a pomade cream, and that's how the line came about. Right now, we had the KOB signature line, and we had 3 products on the market, working on 5 more.
So, are you planning on getting any beard oil?
And beard oil,
for the,
it's coming soon.
Okay.
It's not the only reason why I don't have any beard oil on the market, because the beard oil again is, I don't want to say complicated. It's just like when you come out with a beard oil, you have to come out with by additive. I can not only put out one beard oil. When you do something like that, it go by essence. You have to people is really particular with what they put on their faces. So we're taking our time with it. And when I put out my beard oil line, I want to come out with 5 flavors. So it's taking me a little longer than what I expect, because right now I have 5 other product lined up to come out next year. So I would say you will see that in the market probably like end of the summer of 2019.
Okay, and where can they find KOBstore.com?
KOBstore.com, that's where you can find all the products. You can use the promo code UNCUT, and you can get 20% off.
Yep.
And yes, just visit our store. You can follow us on Instagram, KOB King of Barbers. king of barber cosmetic, and go by the name of Manny Papeleta.
Awesome. Yeah, man, it's been dope, man. We definitely, want to do, build a relationship and even come down to the shop one day, maybe.
Of course,
You know
most
what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, yes.
And, continue, the relationship, man. This is a beautiful interview, though, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
man, this was great. Can't wait to get down there and get a hot shave or something, you know what I mean?
And like I say, I just want you guys to remind, even if, because I know we talk about some sensitive stuff when we talk about Black culture, white people, Black people, Spanish people. I just want to make an statement and let you guys know that that's my point of view of the situation. That what I say is not probably like I might be right on some stuff and might be wrong on some others, but it's just at the end of the day, it's my outside looking of the situation, and I just love and respect for everyone.
We're going to give you the uncensored truth over here. That's what we pride ourselves on. The people know what they're going to get on Viral Hip Hop News, Uncensored, the Uncensored Truth Podcast. All 3 networks will be showing this interview. We're very excited, man. Pleasure to have you on, man. Definitely good meeting you, and can't wait the next bill, brother.
All right, man. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Yes, sir. All right, man.